It's not my fault if you're a single mom who had a baby with a deadbeat. Most men who are interested in a woman with kids and a deadbeat baby daddy already understand what they're getting into. So they are already pretty understanding. And if you're a single mom who chooses to get back in the dating world, it's your obligation to make the time since you chose to get back out there. Y'all should be more appreciative of the men without kids who take on the responsibility of another man's kids. The men who aren't understanding wouldn't even look the way of a single mother.
But what we can't allow is for the loudest guy in the room or the loudest guy in the comments to create the narrative for all men and how all men feel about you. What I've also seen in these comments are so many single women, and they believe that that is how we feel about you. But the reality is that we see you, we just don't want that trauma spilling over into a new relationship with you as we try to just take you out to dinner. We don't want this narrative to be carried in to our courtship. The right guy that's willing to lead you and that is going to make plans for you, he needs to make sure that you are emotionally available to him and you're going to give him a clean slate. So I have to say, don't allow the loudest guy in the comments and the loudest guy in the room to create a distraction away from what you deserve in obtaining everything that you're worthy to get.
It's not my fault if you're.
See, what we just noticed right here in the video, we just noticed two different sides of men, right? We noticed that one side of men that would tell you the complete truth, whether it hurts your feelings or not. And we also experienced the other side of where a man will tell you what you want to hear while telling you the truth, but he's telling it to you politely. Like, I done seen a lot of girls say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And the person in the comment right there, he's one of those, the way he said, he don't care. And the man that was speaking, he literally agreed with most of what this man wrote right here, but he didn't act like he agreed at the end by saying not to pay attention to what this dude is saying. If I was to tell women anything, and I would say, like, you gotta really understand what you're doing once you partner with someone. Cause like, and girls notice this too, cause like your life ain't the same no more once it's children in the game, man. Like, you got children in this world, your life is different. Notice how he said all men don't think like this. Yeah, I wouldn't say all men think like this, but the men that don't think like this are usually the men that women aren't interested in. Because dudes who think like this are dudes who already know what they want. And 9 times out of 10, what they want is a family, kids, a girl that's going to listen, a girl that's going to leadable, like a girl that is going to compliment whatever he's trying to do in life. You feel me? And a girl that has kids, it kind of makes it difficult for them to be there for you emotionally, when in all reality they have to be there emotionally for the children, especially once the biological father ain't even in the picture no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is speaking about deadbeat dads, and we all know, we know them people with them deadbeat dads that when they do come around, but they act like they did everything, but whole time they ain't really been doing nothing. But, you know, we got individuals like this in this video right here who would kind of lead people into their own destruction by saying, know your worth. And these are like kind of conversations that been bruised in the community for a little minute, man, and not letting people know the real, not letting people know, like, you got to understand what you're doing, and then when you do something, you got to understand there's a consequence that come along with it. I'm not saying that a female with, you know, children and stuff like that won't be able to find an individual that's for them, but I'm saying you do have to lower your standards, and it's for sure. Now, if you so happen to find somebody that you don't have to lower your standards for, hey, blessings. I believe God is capable of doing anything, but you got to understand that it will be extremely difficult, you know, and you got to kind of try to prevent from having to do that. That's why I feel like it's best for women in these positions to give the best advice possible to women younger than them. But we see nowadays that the older women don't like to give the girls advice because they don't want the younger girls having leverage on them. They low-key want the younger girls to make the same mistake as them because girls aren't typically like men. Like a man who grows up and he kept going to jail, then he turned around and changed his life, he's pushing his kid to do the complete opposite. But a female who has 3-4 baby daddies or whatever the case may be, and then she's back on the market and her daughter is growing up, she tells her daughter not to settle for less. She will literally tell her daughter, if your baby daddy acting up, you got to leave that boy. You got to leave that man, So it's like they kind of poisoning the minds of women, and then we have dudes like this that'll tell you the truth. So when you do mess up, you can't be like, he ain't tell you the truth. And he also said, don't listen to dudes like that when this dude is telling the harsh truth, man. I ain't gonna lie. Dude in the comments, he told the harsh truth. It's hard to hear, but he did keep it real, man. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section below. And y'all make sure y'all click the links in the description to follow me on all social media platforms. I'm gonna give it y'all on this video, man.